Hello everybody, Jamie here from FM Scout. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 Wonderkids you can sign for less than 1 million on Football Manager 2020. Now, there's lots and lots of guides out there at the minute, you know, since the start of FM20 of players that you can sign for less than 1 million, but a lot of these players have left, you know, the values are higher, but I've updated the list, and there's 10 players here that I think you will really like. So if you do have 10 million spare as your club, and I would really suggest bringing these 10 players in because they're going to make you a lot of money, and it's really good to moneyball and bring players in cheap, sell them for profit, you know, because you do need profit depending what league you're in as well, of course. We're going to show you bidding for these players so I can show you exactly how much you can get them for. And if you can't find any of these players on your game, it might mean that you've not set your game up correctly. I will leave a link in the description to my game setup that I use. And if we hit 500 likes on this video, I will release another video tomorrow of players less than 100k. I've already found 10, and there's some incredible 10 players. And yeah, please drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. Watch it the whole way through because you will find some great players. We're going to go through them all. And make sure you subscribe. There's like 60% of you that's not subscribed to the channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first player. So the first player we're going to look at is Nassi Univar, the Dutch guy at Ajax, 16 years old. He's currently on a youth contract. He's valued 175k. on £85 per week. Now, of course, with him being at Ajax, you will probably have to be a team like Man City, etc. to kind of get him. But if we just, you can approach the sign, but I believe if you go to approach the sign, it will cost you 2.1. You can negotiate this guy down. Let's have a little look. So if we go to transfer, make an offer, and then they want 175k. So if we suggest terms, of course, it's 1.4 million. But if you just bring this down to less than a mil, they will generally accept. Of course, I'll leave the negotiating to you guys in terms of the additional clause. But you can see less than £1 million for Nassi Univar. And of course, get a scout report on him, see what it looks like based on your team. But for that price, this guy will be a very, very good player. The next player we're going to talk about is Lazaro at Flamengo under 20s. Now, I can vouch for this guy. I have signed this guy before on my Bill and Aces save, and it's pretty beastly. For the fact that you can get this guy for less than £1 million in the first season is pretty incredible because his value does start shooting up. He does get a few loan deals and he does go out, and his value ends up to about 20 million or something like that. So if you can approach to sign this guy again, I'm just going to show you. If we finalize the contract, it's going to cost you 1.6. Always try and let's go back to him. So always go to Lazaro and then go to make an offer and then suggest the terms 1.2. Again, you can probably get this down to about 900k, and there you go, Lazaro. But in terms of his attributes, I mean, he's only 17 years old, so he's already got 14 dribbling. If you can get a play like this in the Championship, I'm not sure if he would leave Flamengo for the Championship. Hopefully you guys can let me know in the comments. Or let me know in the comments if you've used any of these players, you know. Or signed them before on FM20 and how they turned out. But yeah, I mean, the flair is very all-round striker. He is balanced, his personality as well. Like I say, it's only on £35 per week. He's only valued at 51k, but that value will shoot up over time. But that is Lazaro from Flamengo. The next player we're going to look at is Matias Arezzo, the Uruguayan 16-year-old from River Plate, Montevideo, something like that. But yeah, another striker, finishing a 14, determination 18, technique's good, work rate's good, passing's good. The only thing that's let him down really is his stamina and balance, which of course is only 16. But when you look at this guy's attributes for this age, it's pretty crazy. He's an advanced forward, a false 9, deep line forward. He can almost play everything apart from complete forward at 16, which is pretty incredible. Again, you can approach the sign, but I would avoid doing that. If we make an offer for the 16-year-old and we suggest terms, they come in at 1.3. Let's get that down to 975 just to prove that you can sign this guy for less than £1 million. But yeah, there you go, 975k. Matias Arezzo looks very, very strong. He's already made 15 appearances for his club, being only 16-year-old playing in, I'm not sure if that's the top flight of Portugal. It looks like it's maybe this. Oh, it is the first division. Okay, so then the first division, and he is already making appearances at that age, which is pretty crazy. But that is Matias Arezzo. Over to Spain now, and Tony Herrero at Levante, 145k value, 18 years old Spaniard, tackling of 12. We're looking at a left back right now. He's a full back as a wing back. He can play complete wing back, no nonsense full back, inverted wing back almost. So he's more of an all-round kind of wing back, which is really good to have in your team. He has got a personality of balance as well. He can only play on the left-hand side, but crossing's very good. Dribbling 11, marking 11, tackling 12, technique 12. I mean, they don't look amazing, but these are players that you can sign for less than £1 million. On FM20, that is very hard to do of someone that can make you potentially 20 million down the line. So bear that in mind. That's what this video is about. Not about having the best wonder kids on the game, otherwise I'd be showing you Mbappe. These are players that you can sign for very, very cheap and sell on for a lot of profit, even though it means maybe loaning them out for 4 years and then selling them at the end of the loan just to make that profit. Of course, football managers are all about money. You need money to progress on the game, and these are, like I say, if you've got 10 million spare, I would try and really get all of these players. But yeah, Tony Herrera looks very good. If we try and make an offer for him, let's make an offer. It's valued at 145k. They want 1.2, which is a release clause. But I noticed if you go down to just 975, maybe try lower, but 975 does work, and they do accept 975k, even though his release clause is 1.2. But yeah, that is the left back Tony Herrera. Let's move on to the next. Nico Serrano is the next player, a 16-year-old winger from Atletico Bilbao. It looks like he's at the C team in Atletico Bilbao, which is quite low down. He is a diminutive winger. You can see his acceleration, his agility, his pace is very good. You know, it doesn't look amazing, but again, these are wonder kids that's proven to actually improve on FM20. He's only 16, so he's got lots and lots of time. Very good to put him in your youth team. You can see his VAR at 36k, which is very low, on £325 per week. He's got the potential to be an inside forward as well with that finishing, so bear that in mind. But you can see maybe his long shots vision and a few of his mental attributes, which will come over time. Yeah, so that guy will come over time. But if we go to make an offer, 36k is valued at. They want 1.6. Now, you can get this below. If you try and go 975, they will accept. He has got a release clause of 40 mil as well, so that is pretty crazy. Of course, you need to, again, you can negotiate the clauses. Removing these type of clauses effectively will increase the asking price. They may need to put a few more additional clauses in and stuff like that, but you can technically sign this guy for less than £1 million. Another player that's featured on a few of my videos now, and I never fail to forget him because Dengand Wilfried Ganito does turn out pretty beastly. I've seen him on a lot of my saves. He has gone to Premier League teams like in the top 5-6 leagues, top 5-6 teams, and he does turn out very good. So it's quite surprising that Inter Milan would let him go for less than £1 million. He does have potential. He's only valued at 100k, but you can see his finishing and stuff is pretty good for 16. You know, pace, very good. I mean, that pace probably goes to about 18, 19 once he hits 20, 21. His finishing will go up as well. Passing and work rate is already pretty good at his age, but if we go to make an offer, he's valued at 100k. They want 1.8. So again, just drop this down below 975. Press OK, and you can get Ganito for less than £1 million. I would try and do this from the start of each save as well, because of course the values will go higher and higher as you go through, as the stats as the attributes get better. But yeah, that is Dengand Wilfried Ganito. We are moving to a Czech Republic now at Sparta Prague. 16 years old right winger, can play up front as well. I mean, it just his attributes are crazy. Like, for that age of 16, he's already got 12 technique, 14 penalties, 16 pace, 17 flair as a winger, which is amazing. Good determination, amazing work rate for that age. Again, this guy's a little bit tricky. So I put him in the list. He is a bit of a hit and miss. And he is valued at 1.2, which they generally accept straight from the off, basically. But if I go down to 1 mil, they tend... Oh, okay, they've accepted it. Well, that guy's $1 million, but sometimes if you go like just less to 975, I don't know if I can try again. Let's go back to him. Let me just pop his name in. So sometimes if you do go to that 975, they reject, which is really strange. So maybe you need to just add a clause like a loan back length or something. But you can get him for $1 million, and I think there's a way to do it if you negotiate the contract right, that you can get him for less than $1 million. But he is a very, very good player to have, and you have to get him in pretty, kind of from the start. Sadly, if you try and approach to sign him, he does cost kind of more. Sorry, I got that wrong, actually. If you approach to sign him, he will only cost you 150k. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I knew there was something. But yeah, Hadam Halozek is, like I say, 95k in clauses. That is really, really cheap. So make sure on this guy you approach to sign. I got it the wrong way around. Sorry about that. But yeah, 16 pace. Again, flair is amazing for a winger. I would definitely bring this guy in without a doubt. A centre mid attacking midfielder now, and we've got Kasper Kozlowski. There we go. I think that was right. Kasper Kozlowski. First touch 11, long shots 13. Passing is quite decent for his age. Bear in mind, this guy's only 15 years old. Valued at 25.5k. Contracted to Pogon, who I'm assuming is a Polish team somewhere in the lower leagues, or maybe in the first tier, I'm not sure. But yeah, determination is great. Off the ball is good. Vision's good. If we try and approach to sign this guy, he is going to cost you 1.3 mil. But of course, these are for players less than £1 million. So if we go to make an offer and we set that. They want 975k. You could probably even negotiate this down to 600, and you can get that guy for 600k, which is, again, incredible. But that's Kasper Kozlowski. Okay, Aaron Ramsey. You wasn't expecting Aaron Ramsey to be in the video, was you? Of course, we aren't talking about the Aaron Ramsey from Juventus Arsenal. We are talking about the Aaron Ramsey from Aston Villa. I wonder if it's actually related. I very much doubt it. Jacob Ramsey is his brother. Who's Jacob Ramsey? Okay, another player. Yeah, I was just checking, but Aaron Ramsey at Aston Villa, again, 50k value, is currently wanted, as you can see, by 11 clubs. So he's wanted by a few decent clubs. You know, you've got Leeds, Newcastle, a few bigger clubs than Villa, I guess. Not Leeds, but Newcastle. But yeah, 50k value. If we try and approach to sign this guy, it is going to cost you around 1.3 mil. But let's have a little look at how much it's going to cost in regards to a transfer. 925k. Probably get this down to 675. Maybe not. But around, it's less than $1 million at least. But if we go to his profile, you can see 13 long shots already. 16-year-old, the attributes are really, really strong for a 16-year-old. And yeah, that is Aaron Ramsey. Back into Spain now, and David da Cobre, the Mazzella central midfielder. You can see, attribute-wise, passing is very good. First touch, technique, decisions, everything is pretty decent, apart from his balance, which needs working on. If we try and make an offer for this, his VOD at 16.5k is only on £325 per week. If we make an offer and do this, they want 16k for him. I don't know who the club is at. I'm assuming it's lower league of Spain. Third division of Spain, so that's probably why they don't want as much. But 16k for that guy is pretty incredible. If you can get this guy in maybe the League One or something like that, you're onto a winner, because you're going to be able to sell this guy for a few million in the future. But that has been the end to the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like I say, 500 likes on this video, and I will release one tomorrow for less than 100k. I've got 10 players already lined up. If not, it'll be in the next few days. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.